Yeah, James Gunn's now like a top dog at DC, I heard. That's kind of wild. I mean, he's the only one making good DC shit right now. Although Black Adam was definitely better than I expected. Exhibits Ryan. And the resub Nacho, Michael, and the Prime Bindle, and the 5 gift subs Isaac. Thank you, Isaac. Thanks to Tier 1 in show. Didn't he get canceled and fired by Disney when he was working on Guardians 3? He did! And then got uncancelled, but then went to DC instead. And now Marvel's circling the drain, and DC's actually getting some hits. These are some Kopi, Mamba, and the Bit Salt. And the resub Carivore and Rusty. And Killerin. And Tier 1 Hydrogen and resub Busterino. Did you see Adidas dropped Kanye? Yes. Hold on, I want to pull up this clip. I saw it on Reddit. Someone made a really beautiful clip. I did see that though. I'll play it in a minute. Thanks, you said Dark Side, Ueki, and the Prime Nonsense. Let me resub Dark and Bits Bricks. Nah, I'm not gonna play through Sonic 06 before Frontiers. I still want to play 06 at some point though. Thanks, resub Shabby, Torida Sushi, Fat Bastard, and the Tier 1 Iron. His lawyer dropped him, evidently. So from what I read, everything is dropping him, obviously. What did he do? So Kanye right now is on this absolutely wild rampage against Jewish people. That infamous quote now from his Twitter, which I believe is still up, about how he's going DEFCON 3 on Jews. Like, it's craziness. Like, he's not even, like, tiptoeing around anything. He's just downright declaring war on Jewish people. And then he also had that incident of publicly doxing his kids in order to force Kim Kardashian to send the kids to his Donda Academy, his unaccredited school cult. Thanks for 10 gift sub Slasher. Good to see you tonight. Hope you had a good day. Thanks for your sub Yeti, Cat, and Lions. And the resub Staples. I don't know who Lex Friedman is. I haven't seen that interview with Kanye yet. I saw a little bit of his Piers Morgan interview, and that was pretty rough. There's your Skybo and Step Bro. Do you chop this up to mental illness, or is you straight up anti-Semitic? I. It's got to be a little column A, a little column B. He very clearly has had mental health problems for a long time, but he also is anti-Semitic. You can't really blame anti-Semitism on like a mental illness. Like, you know, Bipolar disorder has caused me to hate Jewish people. Thanks to the resub. Karobi, Angus, Papa, and the Prime Gang. Resub statics. Thanks to resub tire. And the gift sub 0. And tier 1 skunky. Thanks to resub aesthetic and flop. No, I haven't beaten Bayonetta 2 yet. Gonna beat it later on tonight. We're halfway there, I think. So we'll beat it later tonight. I just wanted to go over some of the shit that I've missed this week. In similar news, Antonio Brown being ordered to pay $1.2 million to a moving truck driver he assaulted. Man, that's another weird spiral. Antonio Brown started showing his dick in a public pool or some shit not too long ago. Whole hog in it. That was a pretty wild video. That one's 100% CTE though. Antonio Brown's brain's got to look like an actual 98-year-old car accident victim's brain. Like that man has got to be riddled with CTE. Thanks to tier 1 Heather in the tier 1 Ninja in the prime Liquid in the resub J-Rod Prisco in the 5 gift sub Sonia. Thank you, Sonia. In the tier 1 Bowen in the gift sub Cast Iron. I don't know what perfect is. All I know is a lot of times football players in particular, obviously, have really traumatic brain injuries that just never go away. The CTE is a lifelong, life-changing ailment. So I don't really know what perfect is. Perfect was the linebacker who hit AB. Oh, and that brutal hit from a while back now? Oh, I thought it was like a prescription. Oh. Thanks, Resub Angel. No. I know what clip you're talking about. I remember the hit. I didn't know the person's name who administered the hit. What is it? Perfect?
Roethlisberger from the pocket, middle of the field, incomplete.
Yeah, I remember this.
Oh, a flag does come in. Went to the head. Lewis Harris is going to be flagged for this on the hit on Antonio Brown, and it's going to put the Steelers in field goal range. Perfect was in there too.
Thanks to Resub Icebound. The
Perfect
bitch bricks.
coming across the field. I saw it. I thought it was him.
Yeah, and I know that they both were in on the coverages at 55 or 37.
Damn, bricks, I didn't know that. Yeah, here.
On the sideline, the whole time it seemed like Vontez perfect, and yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean it's a brutal hit. And that's just one of many shots Antonio Brown's taken throughout his career. I would wager a guess across all of sports, wide receivers and tight ends have to have the most CTE, even more than like an actual fighter. I'm just spitballing, but I would have to guess. Running backs, I don't think so because they can never really get full speed off the line. Of course, sometimes they do, but wide receivers and tight ends always hit full speed and they cross, right? You do a lot of crossing routes. So sometimes if you're going to just go right down the middle, you're going to take a fucking fat shot. I don't know. Linemen also get it really bad too. True. Linemen also have it fucking rough. Fucking true. Running back touches the ball more. It's not, well, I mean, I guess it kind of is. But it's not always about how many touches you get. It's about the quality of them. So take, for example, rugby. Pretty comparable to football in terms of like the brutality of it, but you don't see nearly as much CTE in rugby, and it's for the simple fact that A, they don't have pads, so they naturally don't go like terminal velocity, and B, they don't really get the chance to go that fast and go that hard. So you don't see as much CTE in rugby as you do in football. Yeah, also their hit style is different. Instead of like leading down, they kind of go more. They don't even really do like a ton of upper body tackles in rugby. I mean, they do, of course, but usually they're not in like the upper body tackle region. It's more like grappling almost. Thanks to resub Trinu and Salad. Boxing and MMA are the leaders. Hey, again, I was just spitballing. It makes sense that they'd be the leaders, but I don't know. CTE is still something new to football that they're actually starting to care about. I don't know. I feel like football might take it the more they look into it. Thanks to resub, Jack Bauer. Either way, though, yeah. CTE completely ruined Antonio Brown's life. But here, let me show you this about Kanye. This is about Kanye being dropped from Adidas today, as well as a lot of other things, but in particular, the Adidas thing aged wonderfully.
Me and Adidas, it's like, I could literally say anti-Semitic shit and they can't drop me. I could say anti-Semitic things and Adidas can't drop me. Now what? Now what?
Breaking news this morning. Adidas confirming it is ending its lucrative partnership
what in tarnation?
with Kanye West.
How? Yeah. Yeah, that's that fuck around and find out matrix at work right there. That's just like a public threat to them as well, like a challenge. He's been going on these crazy anti-Semitic rants, and then he like gloats about it like Adidas can't drop me. They won't drop me. They don't have the balls to do it. They're all pussies there. And he didn't... Yeah, it was Adidas, right? Where he went to their office for a meeting but just showed them porn instead because he doesn't respect them. That was Adidas, wasn't it? God damn. Oh, well, thanks, Fort Mungus. No, don't do elevated chats. I don't see that shit. Hey, congrats, Jay. That's huge. Congratulations on the promotion. The resub Majora. The resub Balkan. You gonna do a moist meter on Chainsaw Man? Well, yeah, of course. There's a prime Hazelmere. Thanks to the resub, Julian. Are you a Kanye fan? I really like his older work. Like I said, I haven't been a fan of his newer work in quite some time. Donda, for example, there's only like 2 songs on there I like. I think he's been having a fall off musically as well. I don't know if that's a hot take, but I really only like his older work. There's the resub Kerndo and the gift sub Hoku. There's some salty waffles in Tea Money. Kanye about to turn into the next R. Kelly. I wouldn't go that far. R. Kelly, for a long, long, long time, was like an actual sexual predator running his own fucking weird sex cult that he'd recruit women into, and he like pissed on that girl or something. I don't even remember that whole story now. That was like a 15-year-old girl. He had so much shit that all of it got clouded that I actually forgot the whole pissing on that girl's story. It's crazy. I don't think he's going R. Kelly like that or anything. I don't think he's actually doing things like that. He's just completely unhinged on these very awful rants and shit. Here's the prime. Said. Supposedly? You talking about R. Kelly being supposedly pissing on that girl? It was filmed, right? Fuck, it's been such a long time since I looked through all the R. Kelly stuff. Wasn't that filmed where he pissed on the girl? Didn't he even have her say I'm 15 or 14 or whatever it was? Which became a huge point in court. It was filmed, yeah, I thought so. Thanks to resub Sawi and the Prime Gator. What the fuck is that? I haven't heard that before, Sawi. I don't even know who that is, but I can check it out. Thanks, resub Squeaker. And the resub Asperilla. Thanks, resub Bamurai and Brunch. Oh, so wholesome. Well, thank you, Nintendo. Thanks the resub. Fate. Thanks the sub Keith. And the resub Smoker. You had Fire Festivals making a comeback now that the founder's out of prison. Someone in chat just posted that, but I don't even know who started Fire Festival. I didn't finish that documentary they made about it, so I actually don't really remember it. I know it's the biggest festival that never happened, just a huge scam. Defrauded investors, I believe. Thanks to give Subzan. Billy McFarland.